Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey,
Just showing Jose my latest acquisition from Retro Rare Collectibles.
very nice. Lobby cards from Conan the Destroyer.
And a complete set.
Complete set again, it's important, man. You
Yep.
want to have the entire set. Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice looking shots too. Actually, looking at them, the images used for these set of lobby cards are even nicer, dare I say, than the
Then-
one for Conan the Barbarian,
Yeah.
which is the much better picture than this one. But man, look at the images from these ones, man. These are really, really nice. It looks like they've taken some time in picking out the shots, whereas the other ones just
Yeah.
look like random kind of production shots.
Yeah.
These ones are really appealing as far as the image used in these lobby cards. Very, very nice.
I agree. Yeah, I'm really excited about getting these, and what I'm sort of hoping will eventually
Yeah,
happen.
Look
is,
at that nice action one there. Wow.
I'm kind of hoping that Olivia Diablo will eventually show up at the Fan Expo. She's been there before.
Yeah, a one-time Bond girl too.
Yeah. And then I can get her to sign.
There she
Well,
is.
more than likely, I'll get her to sign this.
That's the one you want. That's a
Yeah.
very nice shot of her there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'll frame it at that point.
Yeah, definitely. You get it signed, you get it framed.
But a nice set of 8 cards, and
Yeah.
what did I pay for this? 160, right?
Yeah,
160.
something like that. Which
So-
again, breaking it down, I mean,
It's $20 a lobby card. I mean, that's a steal. You can't go wrong.
you paid repro prices for original lobby cards.
Yeah. So needless to say, I'm very, very happy about that. And also, which was kind of cool this week, is Retro Rare also got in a whole bunch of San Diego Comic-Con exclusive stuff.
Oh yeah, very nice stuff. Yeah.
Not just some comics, but some action figures. So yeah, a lot going on over there this week. Unfortunately, just only so much money to go around.
Yeah, the pot can only go down so deep before you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But anyways, so what's going to happen is we're going to go over there. We're going to show you a few books. This is going to be a quick episode tonight, but it's going to be a good episode because we got some primo books
Yeah.
to show you.
Quantity will be reduced, but quality will be high. Will be higher. Fewer books, better quality books. We got
Yeah.
some good stuff.
So let's not waste any more time. Let's head over there and get started.
Hoy hoy.
Okay, to begin with, we're not going to mess around tonight. We're going right into the high-end stuff right away, and Jose's got a really, really beautiful copy of a Batman here. Oh, wow, Jose. As you can tell by the price tag, this wasn't cheap, that's for sure.
No, but it's a classic example of what I would call strategic buying. And what do I mean by that? We're going to get that in a second. Let's introduce this issue. This is Batman issue 197. 197 from December of 1967. Obviously, it's a key book. It's the first appearance of the new Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, in the Batman title. It's her 5th overall appearance anywhere. And also, it's the 4th Silver Age appearance of Catwoman in a book-length story. So it's got a lot of key notations. Now, why this book? Why now? Strategic buying. Obviously, in a book we featured in a previous episode, The World's Finest 169, which has the 3rd appearance of Batgirl, it's been announced that Joss Whedon is in talks as far as developing a new Batgirl live action movie. So it's basically put heat on any Batgirl titles that you get, her early appearances. If you're priced out of her first appearance in Detective number 359, then her early appearances are the ones to be on the lookout for. Strategic buying basically means that we've all got want lists, and sometimes, things get pushed back, put on the back burner because either of price or availability. When something heats up a title, then that basically tells you to move that up as far as priority in snagging those copies before they get priced out of the realm of your affordability.
That's for
In other
sure.
words, news happens, it's like a starter's gun going off, a light bulb hitting all the investors and speculators and collectors. Batgirl movie coming out. First appearances are going to be basically popped. So
Yeah.
that's why you get it. You get it also because there is a gap in the pricing, and we're going to talk about that. So let's introduce this one. In this issue, Catwoman decides to reform, become a good girl, and be a crime fighter like Batman, of course, in order to somehow get him to propose to her. Now, when he doesn't do that, she gives him an ultimatum: marry her or she returns to a life of crime.
Yeah.
This story is continued from Detective Comics issue 369. The cover pencils are by Carmine Infantino, inks by Mike Esposito. The title of this book is Catwoman Sets Her Claws for Batman. It's got a tasty cover there. We got Catwoman and Batgirl fighting over the prone form of Batman. It's a nice cover in what I would call the Batman purple cover. The first issue of Batgirl in Detective 349 also has got the same purple cover. It's a tough cover in the sense that it's going to show any creases and breaks of color very, they're going to be very apparent.
Yeah.
So this was a consignment pickup from our friend Sandy at Retro Rare. He had a box of Batman and Detectives. It was priced at $165 Canadian. It's about $120-125 US with conversion rates currently. And the gentleman had it graded at an 8.5, which I think is a little optimistic. I think with pressing, you could get an 8 out of this book easily, but it's not a stretch. It's not certain. And let's talk a bit about strategic buying. I've just recently picked up the latest Overstreet Guide, which just came out this month. Okay, that's the 47th Overstreet Guide. Now, when I talk about strategic pricing, we use two basic references here in most of our episodes. You'll either see us quoting the Overstreet Guide or comic book ground prices, okay? In this example, this Batman 187, the Overstreet Guide price for an 8.0 grade 1 is $103 US.
Yeah.
Currently, in the comic book realm, it's got a price of an 8.0 copy at $297. So what I call, it's got a differential of 3. In other words, it's triple the price of what the latest Overstreet Guide is. Now, that's a big dichotomy. I look for basically strategic pricing. If I can get anything in between those two, then I'm doing okay. So between 103 US and 297 US at $165 Canadian, 125 US or so, I'm right in there. So I'm in a comfort zone. I think the price from Overstreet at 103 is way too low. And I think at 297 for an 8.0 of this book, it's a little high.
Yeah.
So in between there's a sweet spot. There is some room, as Mike would call it, to pick up this book at that price. Basically, outlook for this book, I will get it submitted at some point, probably next year in 2018.
Yeah.
It's a very nice pickup. Again, look for early appearances of Batman. If you cannot afford the first issue, which has really popped, look for her early appearances. They're a lot more affordable. A great cover sells itself. Very nice pickup.
It is, Jose, and it's nice. And like I said, at 165, this book, I wouldn't. It's hardly flying under the radar, but
No. But I mean, for a early appearance, a 5th overall appearance, her first appearance in the Batman title, and you also get the Catwoman goodness there.
Yeah.
There she is with her cat of nine tails, about to square off in a cat fight with Batgirl. Lovely colors. So let's repeat the reasons to acquire this. In my opinion, it's an investment grade book from the Silver Age. In other words, the VF copy.
Yeah.
With a very attractive cover featuring an early appearance of Batgirl. These are all factors that made it a no-brainer for me on a pickup scale.
And you believe you're going to be sending this one out to be graded for sure, and you're thinking it's going to come back at an 8. Is that right?
8.0, yes.
Okay, so it'll be interesting to see how close you are when it does come back.
Yeah, it will be interesting.
Yeah. Great book, Jose. Thanks for bringing it in.
Hoi hoi.
Okay, and there's a reason why we like to call him High-End Jose. My God, what a spectacular book. Definitely the earliest Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos book we've ever shown. A really nice copy of number 8. And wow, Jose, absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, again, I spoke about strategic purchasing. This book is also an example of that. Of course, Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 8. Now, it's got 2 key elements to it. The first one is straightforward and a no-brainer. It's the first appearance of Percival Pinkerton, one of the new Howlers added to the Howling Commandos. The second one is the confusing aspect of this book. It's surrounding the appearance of Heinrich Zemo or Baron Zemo. First, I want to say that I'm not disputing that Avengers issue number 6 is the first full appearance of Baron Zemo since he's actually revealed as such and is shown into the traditional garb of the character. I'm also not disputing that Avengers issue number 4 is the first cameo appearance of Baron Zemo, shown in flashback either. What I am questioning is if this is the first character appearance of Heinrich Zemo, called Dr. Zemo, in this issue. Now, let's get down to the brass tacks for this issue. The character in Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos issue 8 is actually Heinrich Zemo, later becoming the original Baron Zemo, who puts together the original Masters of Evil. Also, Avengers issue 6 and Sergeant Fury issue 8 have the same publishing date of July 1964. Now, I'm not sure of the actual release date or the in-store date, as I couldn't find any information on that. If any of our viewers know that information, please add it as a comment on this video. Now, if we're talking about timeline or continuity, it's pretty apparent, at least to me, that the stories in Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos are set in World War II. Now, once again, I'm not saying that this should be the first appearance of Baron Zemo, as he is not dressed in the iconic costume or referred to as the namesake like in Avengers issue 6. What I am saying is that should this be the first appearance of Heinrich Zemo, especially since the publishing date ties with the first full appearance of Baron Zemo in Avengers 6, and the story precedes the events in the Avengers issue? Just to make it clear, what I'm basing this off is publishing date and continuity. If those factors are for some reason neglected, then should this key issue be the second appearance of Baron Zemo? After all, Avengers issue 6 could have a release date that's earlier than this issue, and if it does, I could see this being a second appearance of the Big Bad. I do think it would be weird, however, noting it as the second appearance of Baron Zemo, since he actually hasn't assumed that particular identity yet. However, what if both comics have the same in-store date, or what if this Silver Age comic has an earlier release date? Once again, I just wanted to bring this topic up because it's a good subject and it's interesting. Either way, I think Sergeant Fury issue number 8 should either be the first appearance of Heinrich Zemo as a character or the second appearance of Baron Zemo. Now, I'm leaning more towards the first option, much like there is a first appearance of Carol Danvers and a first appearance of her as Ms. Marvel. Anyways, something to think about, okay? I patiently waited for this book to peak during the lead up and release to the Captain America Civil War, and then waited for the pullback before pulling the trigger on this book. From the run of Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, it is my favorite Kirby cover for me. I definitely did not want to pay an over-the-rainbow price for this cover. It's got great eye appeal. It's investment grade. I would judge it to be about a VF8. And this is what I talk about. Again, I'm trying to exploit a gap in the pricing. Let me give you the breakdowns both from the Realm and from the latest Overstreet guide at the 6, 8, 9, and 9.2 prices. From the Realm, okay, 6, 8, and 9 and 9.2 are $150, $318.75, $356.25, and $363.75. From the latest, the 47th Overstreet guide, the 6, 8, 9, and 9.2 breaks are $48, $110, $243, and $375 for those same grades.
Wow, that's a disparity, eh?
Yes, but it's a one or two disparity. The biggest disparity, again, is at the factor of 3 at the VF8 grade. 110 versus 318.75. Okay, so that provided me with my best opportunity to get this in a really investment grade condition, and it provided me with the room I needed to actually pay the significant amount that I paid for this book.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think I stole it, but I paid a fair price. Now, that leads us to, again, comment on the Overstreet guide. I mean, it's good for most of the issues that are not key, hot, in demand books.
Yeah.
At this point, this was a hot key in demand book because of the movie. Now, that leads us to one of our last points for this segment. Actor Daniel Bruhl, okay, who's been great in things like Rush and The Lady in Gold, he played Helmut Zemo, Heinrich's son, in the Captain America Civil War movie. Now, in case you're wondering, the first appearance of Helmut Zemo as Baron Zemo is in Captain America issue 275 from the first volume, a title I think actually you have.
I featured it in one of the earlier episodes, and funny enough, I picked it up in a $10 bin from Big B Comics a few years ago, one of the conventions, I think DecemberCon.
Again, so let me say, strategic buying, an 8.0 grade at 110 in the Overstreet versus 318 and change from the Realm.
Yeah.
Again, a 3 times differential there. It allowed me to pick up this thing. at the price I got it for without too much worry about me overpaying for a title.
And you are going to get this one slabbed as well, are you
This
not?
one, I already announced it on the last episode that we've posted here, that this is one of the 16 books that is going to be submitted this year.
And if you were to guess at what grade this will come back at, you got any prediction?
VF8.
Yeah, fair enough. VF8. So we'll look. It'll be interesting to look back in this episode when you get it back to see how close you were.
Yeah,
Fantastic book, Jose. Thanks for bringing it in.
big hoy hoy on this one. Continuing with the high quality of the books featured in this episode, we have a Tales of Suspense, issue 97, featuring the coming of Whiplash.
Yeah, super stoked about picking up this book. This is, again, a retro rare find. Picked this up last weekend and can't say enough about it. As I don't know if we just mentioned that Tales of Suspense number 97 is the first appearance of Whiplash. Now, a lot of the hype in this book is off because obviously the movie is already come and gone. Mickey Rourke played Whiplash in, what was it? It was the second Iron Man movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not 100% sure whether it was the second or the third one.
Yeah.
It might have been the third one, but in any case, what to do with you got a one and done, as I call them, when something has happened, when a character is being featured, when a story has been shot from the books, it's already heated up, and then you're waiting for the cool down. So if you missed the boat, like, never worry, just wait, be patient, and wait to strike, because you do not want, in this overheated market, to pay a run-up price. In other words, pay something at its highest. In other words, an investment philosophy is never buy something at its peak, because you never have the room to basically adjust for it with the inevitable come down. Now, things sometimes peak and then come down, and we settle at a different but lower level. You want to wait for it to completely drop. In other words, you want to catch a falling knife. It's always a good thing from an investing standpoint to make sure that you really do not overpay, because you may never get your money back. Now, most of us are long haulers here, as I would call them. We're not here to quick flip a book, but we want to feel that we got a good entry point in purchasing a title so that we didn't pay over the moon price for it. So you paid a reasonable price for this
Sandy
book, right?
gave me what I thought was a great price, $75. It's a nice mid-grade copy.
So grade-wise, maybe something like a 6.5, 7, something around there.
Somewhere in a 6 to a 7, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not an unreasonable price. Tales of Suspense Iron Man, it's a good title. Tough white cover to get. Very good eye appeal. The big bad there, front and center. You want that. Very nice acquisition, Paul. Almost high-end Jose worthy.
Almost. The thing is with this book is it ends on a cliffhanger too. It ends with Iron Man being shut into this big warehouse with Whiplash, and the big fight is about to ensue. So now that I've just finished reading this one, I got to go find number 98 to find out how it turned out.
It leaves you with that taste of mouth, you wanting more. And that's ideally what a good book does, man. It leaves you wanting more. So I think Tales of Suspense 98 is in the future cards for you.
Definitely going to try and find it. I'm sure, eventually Sandy will get it in. But yeah, that's all I got to say on this book. Super excited about having it. And yeah, nice little key for me.
Oh yeah, nice tasty pickup.
And the very last book of the evening, both me and Jose picked up one of these beautiful little gems.
Don't forget the trio in our trifecta here. Mike picked up one too. Yeah, we all three went in. All Silver Age dudes are in on this book. What's the appeal for this? This is a very nice, beautiful black and white sketchbook. Star Wars issue 33, San Diego Comic-Con variant, limited to 5,000 issues. Of course, picked up from our local default dealer, Retro Rare from Sandy. Great to pick up a variant like this and get change from a tenner. That's great news for us.
Yeah, it's amazing. And yeah, like I said, for us up here in Canada, getting San Diego Comic-Con exclusive stuff is not easy. And as I said earlier, Sandy got in a whole bunch of stuff just recently, not just books, but figures as well. And to get up, and this is limited to just 5,000 copies. So for me, I'm super excited. PX exclusive. I'm really happy about having this book.
Yeah, I think we're all very happy to put this one in our vaults. That's where it's going. It's a keeper.
That's for sure. So, anyways, guys, very short episode tonight. So if you got plans for the evening, we're certainly not going to keep them from them. And hopefully you liked what you saw. If you did, leave a comment because we love reading them, and we will see you next time.
Happy hunting. Hoy hoy.
The Death Star plans are not in the main computer.